It is blistering hot today. It is only 9 in the morning and it's already 81 degrees. It's supposed to get up to 98 with heat index of like 108 or something crazy like that. So what a great day to install a fan in the bus. Hopefully tonight I'm gonna drive it in and we're gonna put AC in it, but we're hoping that we can actually get the fan going, start getting on it.
You say, who's my helper?
Who's my helper today?
Me.
Who are you?
Ivy.
Ivy. Who's this one?
Opal. I opened it. How did I do that? I never opened this door.
Well, there's a first for everything. It was unlocked. So this is the MaxxAir Fan Deluxe. I saw some people had some pretty good luck with it on putting it inside of emergency exit hatches. So we're gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna jump up there, grab the emergency exit hatch down, and then do all the work out here, and then we'll throw it back up and in. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna drill holes in the four corners, and then I have a little handsaw that I'm gonna try to use because I wanna make mistakes small on this as possible, because I just bought this hatch brand new because the other one was messed up. So this is really hard because I don't wanna screw it up, because I don't wanna buy another one. But with enough caulking and tape, we can probably fix whatever we need to anyway. So, you know, I can cut it and get the top part done so we can flip it over, or I guess the bottom side done, and then we'll flip it over and do the top side. That took a lot less time than I thought I was going to. So this is the bracket mount for the fan. So the fan, I need to mount this first, and then we'll be able to put the fan right on top of this and screw it in. And then what will happen is we'll flip this over and put from the inside that sleeve to seal everything up. But I will say I'm thoroughly impressed that was not as tedious or as long as the task as I thought it was going to. I'm probably going to put some wood to reinforce a little bit of the inside. But yeah, that's pretty good. So we cut around the base part here, so this will sit in. I need to, looks like, trim a little bit more off, but then we'll caulk it, and then I need to decide whether or not I'm going to leave this hanging down, or if I want to drill a hole here and here, or actually it'd be back over here, to where it just has less distance to go, and I'll show you here in the van. So when it flips up, it will flip up this way, and that cable will be right about here or here. And then what I can do is just poke a hole through here, so that basically it just has a short little jumper, or I guess over here, short little jumper to where it'll get to the rest of the wire underneath the ceiling. So I need to decide whether or not I'm okay with having it be exposed that much just coming off the base of the fan, or if I want it to go through the actual hood or exit door So we'll have to cut down the one side a little bit so that it fits better in there, and then once that's done, I'll come to that decision. So to make sure that this actually, the wiring comes out where I want it to, when this is in the bus, this is basically going to be the ceiling, and the wiring is going to come from over here on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to route this over in here, and actually I think, no, that's the screw for the thing. So I'm going to route it over here to this front corner and then drill a small hole inside of this, right where it needs to come out. That way it comes out inside of here, and it will come out right about here. Then that way all I have is basically this jumper that is going over under the ceiling, and you'll only see a little bit of wire, which makes me pretty happy, because then it'll look like somebody who knew what they were doing installed it. So I need to get the chicken out of the bus that keeps trying to get in there, and we'll start drilling some holes. Hey, get out of my bus. Get out. Go, go, go. And this is why we can't have nice things. Beautiful. We even got the cables popping out right here, which will be great. Go inside and get that done. I'm gonna go ahead and get some of the RV tape and do right around here on all sides, because the main thing that a lot of people have talked about before too is this section right here can catch water. So what we'll do is we're gonna put a ton of caulk down in here, and then we're gonna put tape here and over top, so the entire thing will just slide right off. Which is funny, because honestly, like this morning when I came out to take the thing off the bus, this was filled with water. So I'm sure it's a design feature somewhere, but we're gonna get rid of it because now we've got this anyway, which in theory water should flow off of this and straight down, but we're just gonna go ahead and take care of it and make sure it's the way it should be. Who knew that after, when did we buy this? I think it was before you were born I bought this stuff. Bought 2 rolls of this stuff.
So is it old?
Yeah, it's pretty old.
Yeah.
Roof seal, eternal bond. Anyway, bought a bunch of this stuff to fix the trailer that I had. Fixed the trailer with one, and then I had this roll completely left over, and now we've already fixed the roof of the bus. Now we're gonna seal up this stuff. I don't even know what it costs anymore. Pretty cool.
So that tape is really old?
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was born, it was a long time ago.
Folks, it is in, and doesn't look half bad. So the only real gap that's there is this space underneath of it where it still says turn the knob or whatever. Because of how well everything else is done, I'm not really worried about that leaking through, but we can always do something about that when we get to it. But everything else has the tape all the way around it, nice and secure. So now we just got to put it back on the roof and then worry about all of our wiring stuff. So there we go. Other than the electrical, which I got to get these wires, they'll be kind of just punched through right there, and then we'll just come over and across down that way. But other than that, this is it. So you want it up, you just pop it down and twist it right on open, get some airflow going through there, and so yeah, just got to wire it. And then of course your controls for it are here. So you have your on off, whether it's blowing in or out, if you want to set your auto temperature, and then up and down as far as fan speed. So pretty awesome. I love it. Can't wait to get it electrified, and once it's got electricity to it, we'll turn it on and see what it does. So I made this little jumper cable to go from the fuse panel into the cigarette lighter on the bus. And the reason why I did that was because the fuse panel is actually going to plug into something that I have coming in tomorrow. And since it's not here yet, and I want to get this fan tested and working, and then possibly test some other stuff too, I made this. The other good part about that too is there's potential that the unit that I have coming in, if that's charging up or whatever, we can basically use very minimum but a little bit of electricity directly off the batteries from the bus without having to use the extra component, just by using this jumper cable. So I was redoing my brother-in-law's trailer lighting. There's some extra cable left from that was the same gauge as what the cigarette lighter is, so I just used the same gauge. So we're gonna plug it in and see if we get that fan running. So we have our little fuse panel here that is already wired up for the MaxxAir fan. So we're gonna go ahead and grab my little ratchet set out here, so we can go ahead and get this tested and see what happens. Alright, and that fan back there, I think 5 amps is all it needs. So we're going to just drop in a 5 amp, is that orange, 5 amp fuse, and see what we get. Got power there. Whoop, heard a beep. Let's go check it out. All right, so let's go ahead and turn it on, and we'll go ahead and open this thing all the way up. Beautiful. pretty cool. It's sucking all the hot air out. Granted, it's all hot air right now because literally is like, what, 86 degrees, gonna be 93 today. So, but it's pretty awesome. That pulls quite a bit out. See if we can pull air in. So this would be blowing back in. Oh yeah, that's great. I mean, granted, it's pulling hot air in from outside, but that's awesome. #1 electrical thing done in the bus already, which is super exciting. So this is a fun little project. I'm excited that this worked out well. We'll see how well, how I put this in here. I can see this possibly being an issue, just from noise or whatever. And I did think about backing inside of this back with expanding foam. So we might do that just to try to seal things up a little bit better. I know there's still air that can free flow in and through here, but that would mean that the rest would be a little bit better insulated. So we shall see. But this is awesome. Super glad it's working the way it's supposed to. If you like this project or any other, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I think there's some other videos you might enjoy. And the bus is coming along. We'll keep working on it, and we'll bring you along with us. Thanks, and we'll see you next time. Out. Wrong way.